my Facebook friends and my YouTube friends this morning. Good to see everybody. Y'all be sure and leave me some comments. Say hello, float those hearts, all those good things. Come on in and join me. Let me get us up on our laptop so I can see comments there and possibly on my phone today. If you do not know, I'm going to turn us up just a little bit. I see that we need a little volume. There we go. If you... Hello, good morning, good morning. So if you're not following Craft Around the Clock, the link is above. And that way you can see crafting all day and all night. And every day, Tracy puts us up in the featured section. So if we're on that day and you miss somebody and you're wanting to find your favorite, of course, one of your favorites, then you can go up there and you can find us in that section. Good morning, Tracy. Happy Thursday. Happy Thirsty Thursday. Come on in. We're going to make some little bird houses today out of some spindles. Last night, my brain could not think of anything I wanted to do, and I just started looking at Pinterest and thinking of ideas, and then it clicked. Oh, I've got those spindles, and I haven't used them, so we'll use a few of those. So I've got this one. Let me find the bottom. I just had it. I hope I didn't put it back somewhere. Okay, we have a bottom to this one. Here it is. Here it is. Put it over here. I changed my mind. At one time I had something else. I'm going to use the little wood, one of the little wood slices, and that's going to be our bottom. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Mary. Good to see you today. Come on in. Welcome to my YouTube friends as well. Hey, Janine. Good to see you again today. I hope that y'all are doing well and your family's doing well. Hey, Nana Nancy. How are ya? Hey, Patricia and Ruby. Good morning. So I'm going to put this one to the side till we decide what we're going to do with this one. We're going to start our little one. So y'all, these are some that were gifted to me. So I had several spindles that were gifted to me, and I've been trying to decide what to do with them. And today I thought that would be so cute for some bird nest. I saw one that I was inspired by Pinterest. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down so that that will be all ready. I'm going to hot glue, and I'm going to put a little bit of wood glue. Good morning. Good to see you. So I had my husband kind of help me with these last night. Late night, I was in there saying, oh, I decided what I'm going to do. And I can do it myself, but he does like to help me. And so I asked a couple of questions. He said, come on, let's just go out to the garage. He's sweet. He does love to help. So he'll act like he doesn't, but he does. He likes to help me do things. And so he and I came up together and did that. So I'm going to put a little bit of the wood and then a little bit of hot glue so kind of hold. You can always put a screw in the bottom like I did the other one if you need to, but I think this will hold this little one. I'm just going to leave that glue open. Y'all know it's a love, not so love relationship with the glue sometimes. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Hey, Deborah. Hey, beautiful. Good. I replayed yours, and I watched a little bit of Jamie's, and then I remembered something I had to do. So I do a lot of replay. And y'all, we understand you have to replay sometimes because life gets busy, and especially as a creator, we have to. So I'm just going to glue this one right on, just like that. Now, this one was an ornament. Let's see if I can get it how I want it here. And I don't mind that little piece being in the front. I'm going to leave. No, let's turn it around a little bit. I'm going to put that on the side. I'm just going to put that down right there and hold it just a minute. And you can put a screw in the bottom if you want to, but I think it'll be fine. Hey, Pam, how are ya? He is sweet. He is. He has his times. They, just like we do. You know, I tell my friends, they go out and I say, well, we drive them crazy too. So it happens. You know, I don't know what's with that Sure Bonder today. It just does not want to come out of the, and it has to stick back in there to keep the glue. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. Not going to let it take over today, right? Okay, so I've got that like I want it, and that'll be our bottom. Now we're going to work on the top. So I think I'm going to go ahead and chip this. Y'all, I'm going to let y'all kind of help me with the color. I kind of had a color in mind and then I changed my mind again. So I did paint this in Dropcloth by Dixie Belle. I love Dixie Belle paint as well. Now I do have the Spanish moss, which is kind of a greenish moss color. Hey Denise, hey Lace and Rustic Charm. Good morning, Amanda. Hey Teddy Bear, how are you? I'm sorry I've forgotten your first name. Welcome. This is the Spanish moss. It's kind of a mossy brown, okay? We got that color. I kind of like that for it. And then I got that green back out in the frosted leaves. So if you think that I should use the Spanish moss, and this is where I'm going to be making it look chippy, give me a heart. If you like the green, give me a thumbs up. Let's see what y'all think about that. I'm going to go ahead and be putting a little bit more paint on this. And Dixie Belle does get pretty thick sometimes, so you do have to add a little bit of water. It doesn't mind water, especially if you're doing furniture. Remember when you're doing furniture to get you a spritz bottle, and if your paint is not moving and it's thick, that means that you need a little water with it. Now, this is what they taught me when I was doing furniture, is that if it's too thick and not moving, I'm seeing a lot of green. I'm seeing some hearts, but I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up. Now I'm seeing a lot of hearts. Y'all are liking the Spanish moss. I'm going to leave the wood on there. You're liking the Spanish moss. Okay. We're going to do Spanish moss. I see that. I see the most votes with that. All right. Thank y'all for letting me know what you like. I'm seeing a lot of the Spanish moss. So we'll do the Spanish moss. I think it'll be pretty. All right. Let's let that one dry a minute. I'm going to go ahead and paint the other one, and it can be drying while we work on this one. So here's my other one. And I don't know what these came off of, but this one had the hole in it. And my husband goes, well, you're going to have to turn that to the back. I said, no, I think that's going to be the hole where the birds go in. He goes, okay, well, you got to put one of these on there. I said, I was planning on it. And then I'm going to do something on the top. So I think this will be cute too. It is. It's kind of a bluish. I've already painted the bottom. I'm going to paint up this top part. Now, y'all see how thick this paint is. It is very, very thick. So I'm just going to take my mister bottle. I'm going to make sure that my brush is good and misted. And I'm going to kind of stir that in my paint a little bit. And then I'm going to get a little bit out here on my palette. All right. We're just going to paint this one up as well. I wish I had a Dixie Belle place close to me. Now, I did find that there's one over close, not too far, that I can go to. I'm not going to go today, but I am going to go over there and visit next week. And it's not real far, and I believe if they still carry it there, it's a little mall that I found a few things there. Like I found some doorknobs, and I found some other kind of vintage thing. It's pretty high because it's booths. But every once in a while, you can find somebody with a sale, or it'll be 20% off of their booth or something like that, and you can find some good deals. They carry the Dixie Belle paint over there and one of the other paints. I can't even think of what it is right now. So sometimes I can find paint over there. And then you just go and pay up front. You just get your things and go pay up front. But it's about the only place that I've got close to here that I can go and shop that may have a few things. There's a few thrift stores. Not as much in Alabama, except in some of the other cities. And so we decided we're going to go on some field trips this summer and maybe just go and visit some of these other towns and check out the thrift stores in the area. I know there's a few in the Anniston area, which is about an hour. And one of my ladies here that's from that area maybe can tell us a little more if she's here today. She lives up near that way. Oh, Patricia at the Brass Bear. You know where that is, over off of Valleydale Road? They have, they used to have the Dixie Belle. As far as I know, they're still carrying it. It shows they do. I will check it out and let you know, though. I think they still have it. Yeah. They used to have it at that place down in Bessemer, that store down there in Bessemer. I can't even think of the name of it. They used to have it there, and I used to drive down there sometimes, but actually Valleydale would be closer. Plus, I don't know if the lady still owns it or not, but I don't know if that place is still open. It's pretty, they're trying to redo some of that area, but I don't know if she's still open in that area. It's a little store down there, and I've forgotten the name of it. My friends had a booth in there, and I used to go and, look at their booth and buy a few things there, but it didn't turn out to be a very good situation, so I don't shop there much anymore. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Betty. How are you? I'm going to get a little water in my brush from this, but I'm not going to put it back in my jar. I'm just going to get some off my palette here. If I don't use distilled water in the brush, I don't put that paint back in, so it can contaminate your paint. If you've never had it done, I had to throw tons of paint away when I first started. I didn't know that water would make it mold sometimes, and it definitely does. Okay, y'all, think we got that good. Let's put that one over there. We're going to let that dry. I'm going to move it over just a little bit. I think I'll move it around this way. That way y'all can still see without a problem. Make sure this one's dried up. Thank you for sprinkling. Thank you. How's my friend Kimmery today from Be So Creative? Oh, Jasper has 2 places, Anita? Oh, my brother-in-law lives over in Jasper, and he's begging us to come over there and eat dinner with him some night. So I may have to do that and go and check that out. His wife may know where those are. Yeah, send me a personal message. Tell me the name of them. That's a little bit across town, but not too bad on the interstate. Now that they've opened some of those new roads, it's not as bad at all. Yeah, thank you. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Jamie from Row 12 Creations. Hey, Debbie. So if you see any of my friends with the name and next to their name it says follow, that means in blue that you're not following them. Give them a follow, y'all. It doesn't cost you anything. And we know you can't watch everybody every day, but it gives your support and helps us keep our videos out there for at least that 30 days. And another thing, if you are a member of Craft Around the Clock, it's the place to be because you can watch creating all the time, and you can watch late at night when you can't sleep. You can find a video to watch for sure. Make sure that you're a member there. But if you saw somebody do something, say last year or within the last 6 months, and you don't exactly remember who it is, but it was something that you really liked, put that note in Craft Around the Clock and say, hey, I saw you do this last year, but I don't remember exactly who did it. Could somebody redo it for me? And then one of us can do that. I am outside of Birmingham, Michelle. Outside of Birmingham. So now we're going to use our Spanish moss. Let me put the top back on this other one. So there's a lot to do in Birmingham. We always have a lot to do here. 2 events this weekend outside, and it's supposed to storm and rain. I've been praying about it. I'm like, we have been trying to get away get on the weekend and do some stuff, and it's just been rainy and yucky every weekend, pretty much. We didn't have much of a spring. So I'm going to use this Spanish moss. That's what y'all voted for. And I'm just going to put some on my palette knife. And y'all know that I do my sides first. So I just take a little bit, put it down, not all the way down. I just put just a few little places. See how that's already looking chippy? This is the easiest way to chippy. I learned this from my friend Stephanie, and I am hooked as well on that because it's easy to do. So you want to kind of get your sides. I do my sides first, kind of get that like I want it. And then we can kind of fill in. You've seen it done too? It has. Hadn't it, Pam? Oh, Miss Pat's been telling us about the weather. There's been yucky too. It has. I think the weather's been just that way everywhere. And y'all, we had not much of a spring at all. And the spring and summers when they have a lot of events here, that's when everybody does outside events. They're having the jazz festival, baseball, football. The kids are doing some kind of, and then was a soccer thing. Then we just had the SEC here, and it was tornado warnings and things just about the whole time the SEC championship was here. And they had to take cover quite a bit. So that was crazy. So I'm just praying for some good weather so that we can enjoy the summer, enjoy a little bit more of the coolness before we're already getting that hot. So it's already going to be 80 degrees. Mallet knife magician. Thank you, Fatima. Hey, Fatima. Thank you so much. I didn't see who said that, but thank you. You are funny. I love the palette knife. I tell you, Miss Stephanie from the Vintage Pebble got me hooked on this. I watched her do it one day, and I said, oh my goodness, I have been chipping and scraping. But y'all know that most people put a dark coat on, dark paint, then they put candle wax. Some people use Vaseline. The Vaseline's pretty messy, and it makes your have shiny on your surface. And then they put another coat of paint on top, and then they scrape it. This is the method you don't have to scrape, and it's going to look just as pretty. Just as pretty. If you haven't seen it before, but most of you probably have if you watch me, because I do it quite often. Okay, y'all. Then we're just going to go around, and we're just going to scrape the sides just like that. And that's going to give us that chippy vintage look. So when you want to go buy those things at the store, think about, I think I could do that. It looks good on lamps. I'm thinking about doing one of my lamps. I'll have to do it and put it back and act like I didn't do it, because you know, sometimes they notice change. So you have to kind of. So then I'm just going to use my palette knife and just going to go all the way around there. See how nice that looks? Doesn't that look nice and chippy? We are going to put a bird on top of that, so we're not going to worry about that there. I'm going to put a little bit down here on the bottom just to make that bottom piece kind of match in where it looks like it's supposed to be like that. Not a lot, just a little scrape. And there we go. Isn't that cute? All right, got that one done. So let's move that one over to the side out of our way. Let's go ahead and do this one. I'm gonna do it in the same color. I might put these together, may not. This one still feels a little damp, so let me give it a good little dry here. Hey, Totally Together Crafting with Brenda, how are you? Hey, Lace and Rustic Charm. You're still trying to learn. What you wanna do is you wanna start off, you want just a little bit on there and do your sides. Just barely. You don't want a ton of paint on there. And then you're going to go back with what's left on it and run it across. You can put a little bit or more. I'm telling you, Stephanie's so fast with it. She is fast with it. But she got me wanting to do it, and I just love the technique. So easy, easy, easy. And I don't have to chip off all that paint anymore and have that everywhere. It's all over your table, all over your floor, all over everywhere. And I said, oh, I love this. So that is my go-to now. Okay, I think we got that pretty dry now. That feels more dry. Okay. I love this Spanish moss. I had forgotten I had it, and I found it in my paints. And we're having a sale on tomorrow on Craft 30 sale on Craft Round the Clock, and we have 30-minute segments, so we're going to be moving fast. I am going to have some things. I do have some old paint. Some of it's not been opened. Some of it's just got a little bit out. I'm going to try to sell some of that and get, y'all, I'm letting the paint's just ruining. I'd rather somebody have it and use it. So it's not going to cost a lot. I'm doing the same thing here. You're just taking your knife and you're just barely touching the edges with just a little bit of paint, not much at all. And you see I'm still using that same paint. So it goes pretty far, and then just pat a little bit off. That's the secret, is patting a little bit off on your, you can't mess it up because you can always repaint it. What am I? Spanish moss paint, yes. It's just paint. It's not got anything else in it. You can make it a texture. If you want to make it a texture, then you would just put your texture with your paint. I just do mine plain, but you can definitely, I have done some texture. See how that's looking? That's all we're doing, is we're just taking it and putting it on the edge. This is just a piece of scrap wood that was in my building. My husband put a screw in the bottom. I've got to still paint the bottom, but he even measured and everything. Okay, now let's put a little bit up here on our edges up here. So this is a great color. I love this color. There's also a brown that's really pretty. I've forgotten the name of it. This paint is a little thicker than some paints, but I do like it. There is a lady that you can order from called number 2, the Nines. She has Dixie Belle paint, but I'm trying to find it locally because it does weigh a lot, and I was just trying to find some locally. Okay, on this one, y'all, we're just going to go around just different areas, and then I'll have to come back and scrape the sides of this. I'm just going around just like that. Doesn't have to be perfect or anything else. And just go around the edges a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit right here around our... And then I'm just going to go and scrape it in either direction you want to scrape it. Doesn't matter which way you scrape it. It can go sideways, it can go up and down. So we could do up and down here. And y'all see, I can always put more, so I don't put a ton. And that's what we're going to have to do on this, is we're going to have to go up and down or sideways. Just going to get a little bit of paint. If you think you got too much, just take some off. I'm going to do the same thing on this, and then I'm going to do some across here. So I went crossways here on this part. Now sometimes it may not look like what you want. You can go back across either direction. So you can go this way and fill that in a little bit to where it looks a little better. Not going to worry so much about that. It's on the back. So on this front piece, I'm going to try to go this direction. I'm going to kind of go sideways because I see that the sideways looks a little better. And if you mess up, you can paint over and start over. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Irondale pickers. That's right. That's right. I've forgotten about Irondale. Sometimes I'm out in Irondale. Not rarely do I get over that area, but I have gone over there to the pickers. Yes. They have some beautiful booths there, but I don't know about you, but I wore myself out going over there. There was so much. And there's, y'all, they have a whole big, huge warehouse full of crafts, clothing, all kinds of things. There's also a place downtown that has all kinds of stuff over by the railroad tracks, maybe near Irondale. But they don't sell any paint that I know of. They might, but I don't think they do. So y'all see how that one looks now? I just went both directions with it. You can go either direction, both directions, totally up to you which way you want to do it. Yeah. Any color paint you want. You don't have to paint. If you want yours dark on the bottom and put light on top, you can do that as well. It's totally your craft, however you want to do it. However you want to do it. I got these from Paint Pixie. I've got this one, and I've got a little bitty one too. So if I have some little places I want to get in, then I can do the same thing. Just put a little bit of paint on there. And I haven't gotten any water on this paint, so I can always put it back in. I'm not going to worry about the top. I'm going to be putting greenery and stuff up there. But see these little places that I just need to get a little bit in, these smaller, like on here? Then I can take this small one and get up in that area as well. Or up underneath these. So yes, grab you some spindles. Look how fun. And now I'm going to go a little bit down in here and do our base. You like it? Oh, okay. Thank you, Anita. I'll check that out. Yeah, I just need to make a trip over there one day. He's not working. He works a lot of weekends. My brother-in-law works a lot. He and I are still buddies. And he is a hard-working man, so it's hard to get together with them, but yeah, that'll be good if we could go over there one day. Sometimes we just take a road trip on Saturdays just to have something to do, and we go to all kinds of places. It's a great way. We love to go to old country roads and look at the old barns and things like that. So we like the old country roads. It's hard on Saturdays, though, because everybody's out on Saturdays. It's better to go during the week or something like that, because everybody's on the road on Saturdays out in the country, going shopping and all those things. So if you can go during the week, and that's what we like to do when we go on a trip. We take these back roads and just see where we come out, see what we find. And I used to ride a motorcycle. And, oh, we see places you would never see if you didn't know to go there. So I'm liking that, y'all. What do y'all think? Is it looking good? I kind of like what it's looking like so far. I think we got plenty. I like it. A little bit more right up in that part, I think. There we go. And a little bit up in that right here. Yeah, I love some palette knives. I'm going to try to do some palette knife stenciling too with some of the, I'm going to try some of that. I've tried it before, I hadn't done it in a long time, and it's just fun to do that. So we'll let that one kind of dry up. I think this one's pretty dry now. We can use this one. So this one's going to have this little, this is a little metal bird, so it's pretty heavy, so we have to put 2 kinds of glue on there. But it fits almost just on it, so I think that it will probably hold with some glue. It's kind of heavy, but I think it's cute. And it's already been having some, looks like some paint was put on it. It's just a little hollow. I think I got this at, may have gotten it at Hobby Lobby. Isn't that cute? So let's put some greenery on there. I've got a couple of greeneries here. Let's glue some greenery. Thank you. I can't put this bird nest because I don't think it'll sit right with the way I'm going to have to do this bird. So I'm just going to put some hot glue. And I'm just going to take some greenery and put around. And this is the natural reindeer. I actually had to get this at the botanical gardens because I couldn't find any around here. They kept selling out every time I went to any of the stores around here. They didn't have any. And I tell you, Joann's was sold out the first week on this. So I think that'll work. And then I'll give it a little grass. Whoop, little grass under it. It is heavy, y'all. We'll tell you it's heavy. So I think I will put a little bit of, I better put the tight bond and a little bit of hot glue. Thank you. Thank you so much. Y'all are so sweet. I look forward to seeing y'all. Yeah, we've got till 10:30. I came on at 9:45. We do. We got time. Okay, I'm going to put a little hot glue down inside of it. And I think that'll hold it. Let's see if that'll work. Let me see which side we want. I think this side. And I'm going to turn him at a little bit of an angle. Him, her. That's looking cute. I'm going to put some more moss on there. I'm going to hold that for just a minute. Hey, English Cottage Crafts, how are you? Thank you. What's your first name, hon? Hey, Lisa with Jaunt to Joyful. I may not remember it the next time, but I'll try. We do, Patricia. We do. You know, they do call Alabama the beautiful, and we know that sometimes when you drive through, you think, oh, this, you know, our roads are terrible. And I will tell you that there's just the taxes are not done. We don't have enough taxes for the roads. Now, my husband's from the north, and he said they tax at the gas pump. Now, I know that people here love the gas being less expensive, but if it would help our roads, I'm okay with having a few more taxes there. I also hope we are going to have a governor race. And I don't know. I don't have anything against the governor. I think she's done well, but I think it's time to need somebody new, and hopefully we can get some of our roads fixed. The roads here, people come through our state, and we have so many truckers come through here because a lot of them are going to Florida. So you got to come through here to go to Florida and some of the other places to deliver, and they get a lot of deliveries, and so therefore our roads are constantly having trucks on it. There's a lot of trucks on the road here. Yes, and the roads are terrible here. They really are. When my husband came down to Alabama, he said, I could not believe how bad y'all's roads are. And so we were taking when we took our road trip, when we were going to Canada, I was like, the roads here, they really keep the roads up. So there's a little greenery on that. You wouldn't have to do anything else. I'm going to put a little bit of some Sweet Annie, and I may put a little bit of more greenery on there. Let's see what we're going to use here. Let me see. I like these greens. I did a bunch of greens in here. Just put them in a plastic. I said that would be easier to go to. I'm trying to get organized. After I saw everybody's craft room, I'm trying to get organized. Y'all know things drop off my table all the time because I have a small table. I'm going to put a little bit of this on there. And then hopefully we're going to get to the other one. Just going to put a little bit on here. And then maybe we'll have time to work on this other one. So she's going to have to dry a bit. And I just kind of want it pretty simple. I'm not going to do a whole lot to it. I just think it'll be pretty, just pretty simple. Just a little bit of green coming out. And the one I saw on Pinterest did not have a whole lot. It was pretty simple. I'm just putting a little greenery out of there. You could put a little, I may put a few little white flowers. Push that back up. And I'm going to put a little Sweet Annie right in here, I think. I ordered my Sweet Annie from somebody on Etsy. I've kept meaning to get some seeds and plant them this year. We've got to clean. You got to have a place that you can plant them because they do take a lot of room for Sweet Annie. In case you've never planted it, everybody loves it and wants to plant it, but it does take a lot of space. So you got to have somewhere where it has plenty of room to grow. And I started some seeds last year. The seeds were doing great. Once I put them in the ground, they just didn't do as well. So I haven't gotten any more, but you're supposed to plant them in the summer. So if you're doing seeding right now, you should be planting them when the frost is over, wherever you live. I like that right there. Just simple, but I think it's cute. Let's put our glue tool back over there for right now. That glue is so stringy. I said I wasn't going to buy any more of this brand because it is stringy. So there we go. Yeah, there's that one. Isn't that cute? So here's the other one. Let's get it ready. Let's put a little greenery on it. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put this bird. This is a little brown bird that I have. I do have a little bird's nest that I probably can put on this one. And I have a red bird, but I'm not liking, I love cardinals, but I don't know if I like it on that. And then I have a little blue bird. Some of these came off of other things. This one's little tail was broken and they sold it to me for less at the Hobby Lobby. But I like all of them. Yeah, I can't decide. I kind of like this, kind of like the bird's nest up there too. Y'all like the bird's nest? Float me a heart if y'all like the bird's nest. I kind of like it. Yep, let's put some greenery on here. Let's get a little bit of this. This feels so soft. So let's put a little bit right here. I'll put it right here where the birds go in, because y'all know they like some greenery. Let's put a little bit right there. Just have a little bit right there. We are going to put some up here, so let's see, y'all. Y'all like the bird's nest? I'm seeing hearts. You do? Let's try it. This little bird will sit in there without a problem, so let's put it on. Hope y'all can see the top of this. You can. Good. And let's let that sit just a minute. Let's put some greenery in there. It still strings even if you do that. This was the glue that a lot of people use that you can buy the big box of it from Amazon, but it has been stringy this time. I said, no, it shouldn't be this stringy. Hopefully that's going to stick now. Then our bird's going to go in here in the top. I think I'll wait a minute and let that sit before I put that on. Okay, let's put a few greens at the bottom because I do like it to have some prettiness down here. And I think I'm just going to use greenery. I don't think I'm going to use the flowers, but you definitely could put some flowers down here. I kind of just like it without the flowers. Just some greenery, some moss, and then some of the greenery. I've got different kinds of greenery we can use. I do like this one. Still some glue down in here. Hey, Lulu. Lulu Crafting with a Purpose. You like them? So, y'all, this is the long glue. And it's that big box that they have. And everybody buys it, but I don't know if everybody else is having as much stringing as I am. But this has been some stringy glue this time. Okay, let's put a little bit of this in here and some of this greenery. This is another one of them. I found this at Walmart. It's kind of like that greenery they discontinued at Hobby Lobby. It's pretty similar. Pretty similar to that. So I kind of like it. Whoop. So I want to try to find some more spindles. I'd like to make some more of these. I'm just going to leave it off right now. Let's see if we can get this kind of done. Liking that. Let's put a little bit of our Sweet Annie on there. Get a little bit of it. Put that in right there. Kind of liking that. Let's put a little bit more greenery around. I like this real dark right there too. I try to spin it and keep it from being so clumpy, but it's still clumpy. Let's put this piece right there. Got that one. And let's do a little bit of this green. I picked these up different places. They didn't have that much greenery left at Joann's when I went before they completely closed. They are completely closed here now. Now, a few of them they talked about reopening, but from what I understand, they bankrupted. So I don't know if somebody else bought them or what's going to happen with that. I don't know. I was hoping that they would not close it, but they did. So far we're just having some greenery on there. Isn't that cute? Let's put our little bird on top. Now, this may end up having to have some extra glue up here because I don't know if it'll hold with hot glue on here. We're going to try it, and then I can always go back and put some other glue. I need to get some more of the Gorilla Glue. It holds better than anything, and I know it costs more, but I think it's worth it in the long run. Good morning. Hey, Celestial. Celestial. I can't remember if it's Celestial. Is it Celestial or Celestial? I'm sorry, honey, if I pronounced it incorrect. Hey, Jeannie. Good to see you this morning. Good to see everybody today. Hey, y'all, so it's, it's feeling a little wonky, so I'm going to, now I think I still maybe have a Gorilla Glue stick, and if I do, I'm going to put that in there, but I think the Gorilla Glue holds the best. You can put some wood glue as well. Isn't that sweet? I'm liking that. That's cute. Let's put a little, what other greenery did I want? Now, could put a little piece of a stick too, because they do like sticks in there. Let's put a little bit more of our Sweet Annie up in the nest. I decided not to put eggs. I decided just to leave it plain. And I'm going to put a little bit of this right up in here. You're loving it. Thank you. I saw some on Pinterest, and it was just, it was some little short spindles, I believe. And the birds, it had little white birds, and it was just some greenery or something. It wasn't anything real fancy. They hadn't done the, they didn't have this kind of chippy. It was something else. And I said, you know what? I think I can do that and do my taste on it. Oop, that wasn't enough glue. Y'all, hold on. That glue's kind of gotten yucky there. I'm loving this too. I love these. You can still keep your birds out for summer. Birds are still here. Our birds are here until, they're even here in the winter. We don't get much cold, so the birds are here in the winter time. We have birds all the time. Trust me, they're here all the time, always begging for food. My husband feeds them. He's feeding them now because the people that own the bird place around here said that you should keep feeding them because sometimes they can't find enough worms and to feed the babies. So I like that little greenery on there. Yeah, I want to make sure that's going to stay down, so it's still not dry. Celeste. I thought it was Celeste, but I thought, well, I'm not sure. I think her name is Celeste, but I didn't want to call you that if that's not what you go by. Thank you, Celeste. Thank you for letting me know that. I appreciate that. I like to call people by the correct name. I get called all kinds of names. There's one lady at church. She never calls me the correct name. I just answer. I mean, I've told her my name, but she's a little older lady, and I just, whatever she calls me, I answer to it. I'm liking a little greenery, and I like the baby's breath in there. And I'm going to fill this in a little bit more. While we've got time, let's just put a little bit more down here. We got a couple of minutes. And I forgot to look and see. Who knows who's up next? I know our schedule changed just a little bit. Does anybody know who's up next? Can you put that in the comments for me? Hey, Craft Crazy Company. Hey, Kimberly. It is a simple idea, isn't it? But it's cute. And I will blow all the glue stuff off of it, y'all, because there is a ton of glue yuckies. But that's okay. We'll get them off. We'll get them off. We'll get them off. And this, I'm not crazy. I do have my Ryobi, but I think it's already stopped. Oh, there we go. That's what I love, is this hot Ryobi glue. Now, my batteries are not staying much anymore, but I love those. Love, love, love. Goodness, that all fell off. Okay, let's put that in there. Yeah, you could put some eggs at the bottom. If you wanted it to look like it had the eggs, you could put those at the bottom. I kind of just like it simple, like it's already had the babies and it's just enjoying the nest. Yes, but you definitely can. Any way you want to do it. That's right. Anyway. Now here's one little white flower. I'm going to put a little stick of that in there because I think that's cute. I'm going to stick that one right here in front. Right in here. This tool has to keep going back on the charger. It's not my favorite. I'm going to buy some batteries for my Ryobi. I've got a thing right now from Home Depot that I really don't use a charge card there. I have a different charge card. I really don't use theirs, but I may use it just to do that and then pay it off because I'm telling you, we need some batteries. I keep waiting for them to go on sale because sometimes they'll have a sale on Ryobi stuff. So there we go. So I'm loving just that simple green. And I'm going to put a little bit more glue on that. You know, I think I'll use the Ryobi. I'll get my other battery, charge that up, and put that Ryobi glue up there. And I think it'll hold. And I'm not going to put anything on the bottom. I like it just like that. And then just simple on the bottom. Isn't that pretty? Then here's our other one. Another idea you can do, and y'all seen me do it before, you can take a cup and saucer. You can put your saucer on top. Or you can do it like this and make you some bird nest in there. So if you've got some of these are darling to do some of those. And you can leave birds out all the time. So that's another little idea that you can do. So y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. A sale for Father's Day. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, they usually do have a good sale for Father's Day. Yeah, they probably may have gone ahead and started it. We usually get an ad for it, and I'm going to check that out. Yeah. That's what my husband's going to get for Father's Day is some batteries, but then I'm going to use them too. Does that sound good? Sounds good to me. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed rest of the week. We will be on tomorrow. Just be sure and watch for us to come on in the morning for our sale, 30 minutes. Make sure that you fill out the form for Craft Round the Clock sale, okay? Thank you for the claps. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Yes, be sure and fill out that form. If you filled it out before and your information is still correct, you do not have to do it again. Hey, Shayna. Hey, Mary. Hey, Anita. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.